This is Smart 24 and in particular financial markets. I welcome you back from Smart Means Business with Joram Paul Sonko. Now we are about to take off. I hope you're having yourselves a wonderful Thursday morning. It's the 19th of May 2022 and this is Smart 24, Plot 42, Nile Avenue, Kampala, Uganda's capital. We are here to drive your business this morning. As you know, this show is all about financial markets and in particular the stocks and capital markets of Uganda, how they are faring, how we are moving as far as our stock exchange is concerned, as far as unit trust management, asset management, and everything ranging from investment and saving. My name is Anthony once again. Now, before we go into further into the show, I just wanted to remind you that today you should look out for what we have for you. We are going to be talking to a few people from ICEA as well as Sanlam. These are companies that are specialized to offer services regarding finance advising and also investment advice, as well as giving you a chance to manage your assets with them. So we're going to be talking to a few people from there, and that way you will know exactly what you need to do in order to work with them and in order to see that you manage your assets well. Before we even go any further as well, I wanted to see through the market very quickly right here as it is this morning. Now by today at exactly around 9:37 stock prices. Bank of Baroda Uganda has been trading this morning at 84.62 shillings, and also the opening price was 84.62 shillings, as well as the high and low prices 84.62. As you can remember, Bank of Baroda last week had an increase in the share price, and this is what we are seeing as being maintained at 84.62 across the week. Then British American Tobacco Uganda, which we talked about in detail yesterday, has its share price at 15,000, and as well as the opening price at 15,000, the high and low prices maintained at 15,000. Now yesterday, if you remember, we talked about British American Tobacco changing its leadership from one CEO to the next. So if you have shares in there, you must look out for their new CEO. And I guess you also remember the incident where their share price dropped by over 50% earlier on last year. And we have now the price at 15,000, back from 30,000 where it was, and it has been this much for quite some time now. Now next company is Centum Investment Company Limited, and this is a company trading at 367.56 Ugandan shillings. Remember, this company is cross-listed from Nairobi, and it's one of the companies that has been doing very well on the stock market. But generally, the Nairobi stocks haven't been doing so well due to the looming elections, of course, there in Kenya. So those companies that have been cross-listed from Kenya as well are a good way to actually keep watch on if at all we are making our investments, because prices are most likely to go down for companies cross-listed from Kenya. As well, Centum Investments opening price was 367.56, and the high and low prices were maintained at 367.56. Not much of a difference from what we had yesterday. Cipla Quality Chemicals Industries Limited is trading at 88 shillings. The opening price was 88. The low price and high prices were as well 88 shillings. As you can see, Cipla hasn't had a very much drastic change, not actually any change in the recent past in terms of share price, but as well you never know what could happen, so could be a good investment opportunity for you. Then Development Finance Company of Uganda Limited, that is DFCU, is trading at 555, and that's the opening price this morning was 555. And the high and low prices were 555. I guess also DFCU hasn't had that much a change in the recent past as we have seen, and has been trading at this price for quite some time. As well, East African Breweries Limited didn't have quite a good weekend. It had quite a good drop in price, but not so much, about 0.45 shillings drop. And it's standing at 4,495.88 shillings. So if you want to buy yourself shares in East African breweries, remember it's a cross-listed company as well from Kenya. And so if you want to get yourself shares in there, you only need 4,495.88 Ugandan shillings. The opening price has not changed, and the high and low prices have also been maintained at 4,495.88. Then we move Equity Bank. Equity Bank Limited is trading at 1,438.68 Ugandan shillings, and its opening price was 1,438.68 shillings, as well as the high and low prices were 1,438.68. So nothing much as well going on there for Equity Bank. Then KCB is a Kenya Commercial Bank, a cross-listed bank from Kenya as well. Is trading at 1,085. Now this is a drop as well compared to last week. If you have been following the stock prices for Kenya Commercial Bank, that is KCB, it has dropped fairly from what it had last week. So as well as I said, Kenya is going through elections this year around November probably, and that is why most companies are having all these fluctuation in prices. Sometimes these prices drop very low because generally people feel unsafe and probably they don't feel like investing in companies at such a moment. But it could be an opportunity as well for you if at all you want to invest in a company during election time, because during that time share prices can really fall and people can actually buy shares at a very cheap price. As you can see, KCB is trading now at 1,085.32. The opening price this morning was 1,085 as well as the high and low prices haven't changed from the price and the opening prices. Then Kenya Airways, which has been doing actually badly over the last few weeks, but now is picking up. I remember last week Kenya Airways was trading at almost 117 shillings, but this morning Kenya Airways is trading at 120.84, which is a good sign. I think because government came in to help, redeem the company in terms of, commercializing the airline and trying to bring back, some of the things that were falling away for Kenya Airways. So Kenya Airways is doing quite well at 120.84. You can get yourself one share, meaning if you have 120,000, you can get over 1,000 shares. The opening price this morning has been 120.84, and as well as the high and low prices have been 120.84, which hasn't changed from the opening price. Our very own MTN Uganda, the recent IPO, the baby on the market, the new guy on the market, is trading at 186.91. Sorry. Now that is an increase. If I told you were following the stock prices for MTN last week, MTN was trading at around 185, and now it's trading at 186.9. That is a promising change, and I think MTN is doing quite well on the market this morning. Its opening price was still 186.91, and the high and low prices have been maintained at 186.91 as well. So MTN is an IPO right there to also look out for. Remember, MTN has a special offer. If you want to open an account, an SCD account, as you know, things are digital now. We no longer need to go and do a lot of paperwork and so on. If you want to open yourself an account for your shares, because remember, shares are not stored in the bank, shares are stored on your Securities Central Depository account. So if you want to open yourself an account with MTN, you just have to go and dial *165# and follow the prompts. That way you'll be assigned a broker, and so you will also see some of these stocks on your mobile phone. The National Insurance Corporation has been trading. Last week I think it was trading at 5.9. It has risen to 6 and has maintained that as the opening price today, and the high and low prices, as well as Nation Media Group. Nation Media Group is a cross-listed company from Kenya, and it also has a few things here and there. media houses. It is trading at 642.04. Yeah, 0.04, and that is what we have right there for National Media Group. New Vision Printing and Publishing Company Limited is trading at 155.00. That is the trading price for this company right now as we speak. And then we have Stanbic Bank Uganda, which is trading at 24 shillings. So Stanbic Bank Uganda has been trading at around 23 since last week, but now has risen to 24 shillings. As well, Uganda'S Limited is trading at 20 shillings. The opening price today was 20, and as well, the high and low prices have been 20. This is a drop from yesterday, which was trading at 21 shillings. Umeme Limited is trading, which has been the company that has been doing better than all the rest in terms of turnover, is trading at 240 shillings. So 240 shillings, and the opening price this morning has been 240. The high and low prices have been maintained at 240. Those have been your stocks this morning, and if you want to start trading, I remind you that you can always do so through your broker. The brokers, we have very many around the country, and we shall be bringing some of you here on the show, so you get to know how you can start actually trading your shares on the Uganda Securities Exchange. Now, moving on, news coming in from Uganda Securities Exchange this morning. The listed companies have been issued with a timetable for their annual general meeting. So remember, as a shareholder, you have the right to actually take part in decision making in the company in which you have shares. So you have a seat in that meeting, which they call the annual general meeting. Usually those meetings are held to elect new leaders, to implement policies and come up with new policies, to abolish the old ones, and so on. So I just wanted you to have a look at what is happening very soon, and if your company that you have invested in is having a meeting, it is up to you actually to make sure you attend, so you can actually take part in such a memorable occasion. Now, Umeme Uganda Limited will be holding a meeting on Thursday. I think that is already today, Thursday 19th May 2022 at exactly 10 a.m. I think it has kicked off right now, East African time. So the book closure date will be Friday 24th June, and then the dividend payment date will be 22nd July 2022. Meaning, if you have had shares in Umeme Limited, you're going to get your dividend by Friday 22nd July. Okay, you should have your dividend on that day, 22nd July. The dividend price, that is price per ordinary share, is 54.1. So every share you have will contribute 54.1 shillings. You see, this is how people are going to make money out there without you knowing actually. So if you at all you have Umeme shares, please go get your money when it comes to 22nd July and go for the annual general meeting already, which has already kicked off. MTN Uganda Limited will be holding its meeting next Friday on 27th of May 2022 at 10 a.m. and the book closure date will be 1st June. Remember, we are going into the financial year, a new financial year. So when you see the book closure date, that means that the company is closing its year as well on that date. And then the dividend payment date will be Friday 24th June 2022. That is when you receive your dividend. And everyone who has a share in MTN will receive a dividend of 4.706. Yes, don't minimize this. So if you had over maybe a million shares, you're going to get yourself 4 million, 0.7. Yes, so it's not a small dividend. If you have 1,000 shares, you will definitely reap 4,000. If you have 10,000 shares, you will reap 40,000. So people who have shares in MTN, look out for that as well. You're going to have your shares given to you by the 24th of June 2022. Stanbic Uganda Holdings Limited, which is a conglomeration of companies like Stanbic Bank and as well as Stanbic Bank Group, which is the brokerage firm, and other institutions as well, will hold its meeting the annual general meeting on Thursday, the 2nd of June, 2022. That is at 11 a.m. East African time. There is no book closure date yet, and the dividend payment date has not been declared. Neither has your dividend been declared. But I think this is due to the directive from Bank of Uganda that all banks that are listed on the Security Exchange are not giving out dividends this year because of the inflation in the country, and Bank of Uganda trying to regulate the amount of money in circulation. So they may not give out dividends this year due to also recovery of the economy from COVID-19. So you will not be receiving a dividend if you're a shareholder in Stanbic Uganda Holdings. Moving on, British American Tobacco Uganda Limited will hold its meeting on Wednesday, the 15th of June, 2022. And the book closure date will be 10th of June, 20th June, Monday, the 2022. And as well, the dividend or the price per ordinary share will be 209. Wow, that is quite something for people who have shares in British American Tobacco. You are going to get 209 shillings per share on that date. That is the 11th of July. So if you are a shareholder in British American Tobacco, congrats to you. You have a dividend awaiting you. So if you have 1,000 shares here, you have 200,000. If you have 1,000,000 shares, you have 200 million. This is how it works, simple as that. Then Uganda Clays Limited will be holding its annual general meeting on 29th June 2022. As well, the book closure date will be Wednesday 29th June 2022. And the dividend payment date will be 20th July, that is 2022. And the dividend will be 1.5 shillings. So if you have shares in Uganda Clays Limited, it's time to look out for that general meeting on 29th, as well as the dividend payment date, which is very important, 20th July. And the dividend will be 1.5. Now, those are some of the things coming in from the Uganda Security Exchange, some of the things you need to look out for. As I told you on this show, we promise to help you get to know how to start participating in this, so you can sit at home and invest in such big companies, and at the end of the day, they give you a call and tell you, you know what, Margaret, Juliet, you have a dividend that you owe us. So you go and get your dividend without any involvement in their business whatsoever. My name is Anthony Sebale. We are going to go into a short commercial break, but before we go, I want to remind you that we have a very special guest coming in very early in the show. We shall be talking about Sanlam company, what they do, how they can help you to save and invest your money, how they can give you asset management facilities to help you manage your funds as well, so you can do your business without worrying. As well, later on the show, we shall be having people from the ICEA Lion Asset Management Group, who will be helping you in determining how you can as well invest in their activities and help you use your money to make you more money. Otherwise, my name is Anthony Sebale. Don't go away. We are going to be right back.